We're Wild Ones, and this is Name That Fish. We've had a lot of major snafus on stage. There's just so many to choose from. One in particular, when we played in Montreal, my pants came off in the middle of a show. There was also a time when a very drunk man tried to get us to play Sabotage by the Beastie Boys and kept putting $20 bills in the strings of Max's bass. And we've had a lot of near-death experiences on tour as well, so it's just all hell. Definitely Friday, because I would rather look forward to something than experience it.
It is a really wonderful recording studio in Portland that we luckily enough record and practice at, and other bands record there. It's a little oasis in southeast Portland.
Blink-182.
There's a number of good ones. I guess if you could claim them, Jimi Hendrix would be insane. How could that not be an experience? I will have been experienced.
We're named after a Thin Lizzy song. Repetition, I really get obsessed with things that inspire me, so I listen to one song for like a whole week straight, and it's the only song I listen to, and I just make a playlist of that playing 100 times. And I feel like that puts me in like a really meditative place. And then when I work on a song, I'll just like loop one part for forever. So yeah, I have a weird like obsession with this like meditative repetition when I create and when I'm inspired.
A Yamaha acoustic. It was $230 and the thing sounded sick.
When I was a kid, I like almost exclusively went to see country women musicians play with my parents. My very first show was Winona Judd at a country fair, and then Shania Twain in Portland. And I think those are my first biggest music inspirations, when I saw really badass women going nuts on stage in front of thousands of people. Pets. I don't have one, but I think about dogs every day. Probably a child. Some people say I look like the small boys in the show Stranger Things, so probably one of them. The studio is mostly occupied by Thomas going insane, and then sometimes Nick going insane, and then just a tiny bit of me going insane. Yeah. We do a lot of things separately in the studio. So it's usually like one or two of us at a time.
Blazers.
I have like extreme social anxiety at music festivals. So probably headphones. And that's probably the only thing I would bring.
Oh my God. I lost everyone's personal belongings one tour because I didn't latch the gate. We have a thing on top of our van where we put all the gear, and I didn't close it all the way, and am I gonna hit this fish? I didn't close it all the way, and then we're driving down the 5 going a bazillion miles an hour, and the pop flips open in the van and goes, and then everyone's like sleeping stuff falls onto the highway, except for mine. And then we're trying to like get our stuff off the highway. It was a nightmare. That was I felt pretty small. For a big guy, I felt pretty small that day.
The absolute truth to one question, are we alone in this universe? Sex, music. We're Wild Ones, and we picked a name, and it's Fish.